Hello, buddy. I'd like to start this video off by saying that these videos are not going to be a daily thing. I just happen to be fairly free right now. Um, but this this video is a topic that I've wanted to do since I came up with this idea. But it is definitely going to be the most uh, in simplest terms, autism fueled of all of these because I'm quite literally just going to be talking about music that I like. And I figured that Cybergrind Ultrakill was good background for this because I have the music customly added into it. And you may be wondering, what music am I actually talking about since you can't hear the game audio? It's two artists in particular who, I'm not going to mention them in the title because I just want to talk about music in general. But the two that I listen to the most are Femtanyl and Stomach Book. Right? And really, I just want this video to be about the fact that a lot of people who only stick to mainstream music really miss out. There might be some people who the weirdest thing they've ever listened to is like a video game soundtrack or some mildly obscure artist. But this is kind of encouraging you. Right? This is me. This is the random person on the internet encouraging you to expand your horizons a little bit. If you get recommended some random song, just go check it out, see if you like it. Because a lot of times, right, people will get recommended a song and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, I'll listen to that," and they never do because they figure, "Oh, I'm not gonna like it. It's probably not like what I usually listen to." But the thing is, I also thought like that. Right? Back when I first got recommended a Femtanyl song on my YouTube recommendations, uh, I had no idea what I was listening to, and honestly, I wasn't a huge fan of it. But then I went and listened to the rest of her stuff, and she has now become one of my favorite, if not my favorite musicians. Right? And really, it's just a matter of you just gotta not be scared of new things, because had the same thing happen with the other person I want to talk about, Stomach Book. Stomach Book, honestly, I am completely willing to recommend Sonic Book to any random person. Even if they only listen to pop music, I will still recommend Sonic Book to somebody because not only do they have the genre they make is literally noise pop. They have more poppy songs that would not be seen as super weird to most people. I don't think. In particular, I'm going to leave three songs in the description. Two from Sonic, one from Functional. And if you have not heard of these two people before, I just want you to go listen to those songs. Right? Just go give it a shot, see what you think of it, and hey, if I find your new favorite artist, then you are welcome. You can tell me in the comments if you decide to like it. And if you absolutely hate it, you can also talk about why. Because I am interested to hear, what people's reasons might be for not enjoying it. Just to be fair, right, there's a lot of people who say they don't like Sentinel, and I completely understand that. Because that is very, harsh music. It's very abrasive. You gotta get used to it. I had to get used to it. I don't. There's still a couple Sentinel songs that I rarely listen to because they're very loud and just a lot. Uh, but even some of the ones where they came out, I initially didn't like them, but then over time they grew on me so much, and I don't think Sentinel has a single bad song at this point. Well, okay, actually, they have one that I'm not a huge fan of, but I still don't think it's a bad song. I think it's just not for me, and that's what I'm trying to say, right? Is there were things that I thought I didn't like at first, but then I gave them a second chance, and then I liked them. And a lot of people never do that. They never give it that second chance. They hear it once, decide they don't like it, and then they're like, okay, well, I don't like it. Oh well. But you gotta give some things some time. I feel like a lot of people don't kind of recognize that because there's a lot of cases where even non-music related things, people just try one thing a singular time, and if they have one bad experience with it, suddenly it's just forever ruined. I think that's a really disappointing way to look at life, just in general. Like if you never give stuff a second chance, then you'll never discover anything new. Right? You'll just be stuck in this bubble of only repeatedly doing the same things over and over and over again. And to be fair, I've done that a lot in my life. Right? I feel like a lot of people do that a lot. I feel like it's a very common experience. But it's not as hard as you would think to break out of that cycle. You just gotta try one new thing, and then from there it gets easier. Because then if that one good thing went well, then there you go. Now you have a reason to keep trying. But anyways, I'm getting a little bit sidetracked. The main point of this video is just I want to encourage people to go listen to more weird music, basically. Stuff that you wouldn't hear on the radio. Honestly, if you want to, what you can do is go down what I like to call a music app rabbit hole, where you find one thing in your recommendations that's the farthest off from what you would normally listen to. And then from there, you go through the recommendations of that, and then the recommendations of that, and you just keep going further and further until you're so far off from what you actually listen to that you are gonna make like some big new discovery. Like it will happen if you do it for long enough. Yeah, no, like I said, this is a very random video. This is definitely the least structured topic of the ones that I had planned for this little idea of mine. These little videos. Speaking of, unrelated to the topic, but I would just like to point this out. The first real one of those I made, the Plants vs Zombies mod one, popped off for like no reason, and I did not expect that at all. I thought these would get like I don't know, maybe 50 views at most, but that one is at like 150 right now, and that's after one day. So to anyone who watched that video and is coming back for this one, I want to say thank you. That is very cool, and that definitely encouraged me to continue trying this idea. Now I don't know how long it's gonna last, and like I said, these aren't gonna be daily. This will just be whenever I can. Basically, if there's a day where I have a little bit of free time but not enough for a full stream, I'll make one of these. I think that's a fair way to go about it. Besides, it gives me an excuse to you know play some more mindless games that I like sometimes, like Ultra Cybergun stuff like that. Stuff that like I can't really make a full stream out of, though I have tried to in the past. I've tried to do a Cybergun stream, but for various reasons, those tend to get boring or not go well. Stuff like that. But if it's just these little rambling videos, I don't gotta worry about that because they're not gonna be long enough for it to get boring. Well, ideally, at least. Like, this one might be going on too long because I'm definitely rambling here. In fact, I think I should probably end the video soon, even though I'm not done with my cyberground round, because the cyberground round will go on for a while. That's just how it works. But main point is, go listen to those 3 songs put in the description. Just go try them. All right. And if you end up liking them, you're welcome. Number one, and number two, just leave a comment saying that you enjoyed one, or like tell me which one you enjoyed. If you don't want to go in the description, I will say the titles of 3 songs: "Dinner" by Femtanyl, "Animals" by Stomach Book, and "Paper Dolls" by Stomach Book. Right. I'm gonna link those 3, and we'll see what happens. I don't expect this one to do as well as the first video I did, the PvZ one, because I feel like people were probably searching up the terms in that title, and I kind of doubt that's gonna be the same case for this one. Um, yeah, no, just let me know. And I died, so that works out. Goodbye, everybody.